Welcome into this special edition of the Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, Pro Football Focus has named Baltimore as the top free agent destination for running back Kareem Hunt. We'll examine it, tell you what PFF had to say, and share our thoughts coming up in just a matter of moments. Also, the Ravens have added an undrafted free agent offensive tackle. We'll tell you who it is and more coming up in just a matter of moments. You may be saying to yourself, hey, Tyler, you're not in the studio. What is with all the greenery and all that behind you? Well, folks, I am coming at you from my parents' backyard in Oklahoma, taking care of some family business this weekend, but didn't want to stop from getting you guys a video and catching up to speed on what's going on with the Ravens, with this team heading into the weekend. So with that, even when I'm away from the studio and can't be there, we certainly would appreciate if you guys subscribe to the channel. That way that when we have stuff going on, we can still bring you videos like this. The dedication, the passion, you guys are absolutely worth it. And, you know, these opportunities we still can't pass up on. Just because we might have stuff going on in our own lives doesn't stop the news from happening. So with that, if you could do us a favor and just subscribe to the channel, that would certainly help us out a lot. Show us some love here. Subscribe for free today. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. YouTube.com/RavensTV to subscribe for free today and turn on notifications. Let's start with Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt has been named by Pro Football Focus, the Ravens rather, as a top free agent destination for Hunt. And the background on Kareem Hunt, this is a guy that has played most recently within the division for the Cleveland Browns, and before that with the Kansas City Chiefs. And he came out of the gates as a rookie, just fantastic. That year in Kansas City back in 2017, he was a Pro Bowler and also led the league in rushing. But then things kind of went downhill from there. In Kansas City, his time with Andy Reid did not end well as he got cut from the team for the incident and video that you guys all know about. Don't need to go into details on that, but also lying about the situation, and they moved on from him, ultimately won the Super Bowl without him that year. And then after Kansas City, he goes to Cleveland. And he was the backup there behind Chubb. And, I mean, let's just be real with y'all. Things did not necessarily go peacefully in his time in Cleveland. As, you know, he dealt with more issues off the field. You know, he was demanding trades. He wasn't a great teammate and caused a lot of issues and a lot of problems. But you can't deny that he was still a talented football player nonetheless. Last season, played in all 17 games with about 468 rushing yards as their number 2 back. And his average yards per carry was around 3.8. So not great, not what he once was a couple years ago, but still showed some production nonetheless there with the Cleveland Browns for the former third-round pick in 2017 out of Toledo. So here's the case that PFF made of why the Ravens would be a good fit. Listen to this. 2020 second-round pick J.K. Dobbins looked explosive upon returning full-time from injury in Week 14, leading the league over the final month of the season at 7 yards per carry with 17 explosive rushes. Gus Edwards was also his usual bruising self once healthy with 3.6 yards after contact per attempt, the 6th best mark among running backs with at least 50 rushing attempts. Nevertheless, both are entertaining contract years in 2023 and sustained significant injuries in 2022. Hunt had a poor 2022 season after requesting a trade, earning a career-low 67 grade, but provides a reliable check-down outlet for Lamar Jackson after securing 35 receptions last season, compared to 43 total for Dobbins and Edwards over their collective careers. Hunt has stayed fresh with Nick Chubb handling the lion's share of early down work in Cleveland over the past several seasons, and his 3-point yards after contact per attempt in 2021 ranked tied for 11th among running backs. He'd add another dimension to this significantly upgraded Ravens offense. Now, let me put it this way. With Kareem Hunt, would he make the offense better? Yes. He would. He would make the offense better. But, I mean, he causes problems. He causes some issues. I understand he wouldn't cost that much for the Baltimore Ravens when it comes to the financials. But for me, as far as Kareem Hunt goes, with all the off-the-field stuff, it's not worth it at the end of the day. I'm not interested in taking on Kareem Hunt with all the other problems that come up when you deal with Kareem Hunt and the potential for things there. To me, it's just not worth taking on. If you want to bring in another running back, that's fine. There's other guys out there, but Kareem Hunt, I mean, I just don't think that it's worth wasting your time and what issues that he could potentially cause for this team potentially. So I'm out on the idea. I understand where they're coming from. I am more optimistic about Dobbins and Edwards than a lot of people are. I know that, you've heard from the experts say, well, they need another running back. And, we've seen the injuries that have happened with the Ravens when it comes to the running back position, in particular over the last couple of years. But Kareem Hunt is not the answer I'm looking for. I'm sorry. I'm out on the idea of Kareem Hunt, personally. What say you, though? Should the Ravens sign Kareem Hunt? Y for yes, in for no. Our pinned comment today. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Should they sign Kareem Hunt or not? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. The Ravens signed another undrafted free agent. This time it was Jaylon Thomas out of SMU. And I was so shocked that Jaylon Thomas was available. When you read more about him and know his story, understand more about Jaylon Thomas, to me it just doesn't make any sense how he was able to be around this long. To me, this is a very good move from Baltimore as far as I'm concerned. Listen to this as far as Jaylon Thomas goes. We mentioned he went to SMU, 4-year starter, and played all 5 positions for the SMU Mustangs. Primarily as a left tackle, as a junior and a sophomore. Started the final games of his freshman year at right tackle. Experience everywhere. And he was also first-team All-Conference, according to Pro Football Focus, this past season as well in the American Athletic Conference. And you talk about the impact. I mean, that SMU offense this year was really good. 7th in pass offense in college football this year. 15th in total offense. And say what you want. Oh, he played in the American. He didn't play Power 5, whatever it may be. You're not getting that type of playing time if you aren't making an impact. And it showed what he was able to do being first-team All-Conference. To me, this is a good find this late in the ball game. Give him a shot, see if he can make the roster, and get him in camp and see what he brings to the table. To me, this makes a lot of sense. And think about this. You talk about track record-wise. Okay, SMU had Kelvin Beachum, who ended up being a very good player for the arch-rival Pittsburgh Steelers. And he was a 4-year starter at SMU. So there's a good track record of guys coming out of that program there. To me, I like it. I like this for Baltimore to see what they can get out of Jaylon Thomas and what he could potentially bring to the table. How would you grade the rookie class for the Ravens this year? I know it's not a very big class. It's a small class of rookies, especially, with just 6 draft picks this year. But what do you think about the job John Harbaugh and Eric DeCosta did to put together this rookie class, headlined by Zay Flowers? How would you grade it? Let me know in the comments section. Folks, thanks for joining us here on the channel, this special edition. I'll be back in studio here in the next couple days, so I will see you then. Have a great rest of your weekend, and thanks for joining us. Subscribe. It helps us out a lot so we can continue to make these videos for free, still bring you these videos when we're not in studio like that. Every subscription goes a long way. We're closing in on 10,000 subscribers. Let's get there. We appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next time here on the channel.